Have you ever been on a fantastic first date? You meet a person and you hit it off. The vibes are right. Conversation feels natural. You have this surprising feeling that this could be your person. Everything seems perfect until...
I got this.
I can do it. It's totally fine.
No, it's fine.
I'm more than happy to pay. This is my treat.
Please, I got it.
Do not worry.
No,
it's on me. Why is it always so awkward to talk about money? And at what point do you talk about finances with your significant other? Have you ever been in a relationship where you've talked about finances?
No. We honestly weren't like really keeping track of things. We would just split things.
Yeah, I'd be all up in his business. I'd be asking all the questions. I think it's really important to be on the same page when it comes to stuff like that.
I just follow her rules and regulations, and she real good at saving when it comes to money and like money management and stuff. So she the boss lady for that.
So we're still building like our practice and muscle around talking about finances.
You can make it a date night. You can make it real cute. You can have some wine, but you need to sit down and look at your finances. So we just opened our first joint account.
This is Your World on Money. Finances for couples. Whether you are dating, getting married, or thinking about having a kid, there are many important things that couples need to discuss to have a healthy and flourishing relationship. But one thing that couples often avoid talking about and fight over is money. According to a survey done by Orion, 42% of US adults said they have disagreements about money with their partners, and 27% said it happened weekly or monthly. I personally have avoided or had weird conversations about money in my past relationships because I've often made more money than my significant other. Money shouldn't be this taboo topic to talk about with your partner. So let's chat with an expert to figure out how to discuss finances within a relationship in a healthy way. I'm so excited for you to join me today and teach me about couples' finances. Could you introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Misty Lynch. I'm a certified financial planner and a certified life coach.
Tell me, why are couples afraid to talk about money?
So couples are afraid to talk about money for a lot of reasons, and a lot of them stem from our basic instincts, our fear of being judged, our fear of being rejected. So we might think that it's rude or impolite to talk about it, or maybe we just don't want to bring it up because we're not really sure about how we feel about money ourselves. Most of the time, our money story comes from when we were based on our upbringing and whatever financial literacy or education we've received. So a lot of people feel insecure.
Why is it important to be transparent about income in order to inform healthy discussions about, for example, joint financial decisions?
It's really important that they share what is coming in, because a lot of times there's maybe more going out than coming in, and that's going to cause a problem as far as stress. And there's a lot of financial stress in relationships. It's one of the leading causes of divorce. So knowing where your income is will kind of set that budget for you.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Did you just say that finances is one of the leading causes of divorce?
It is.
Yeah.
And sometimes people blame money, and then it gets to the point where there's so much resentment or there's so much secrecy or pain that they just decide to split up. But it's probably because for years they let things go or slide because they didn't want to be rude and have that conversation about money.
What advice would you give to young couples that aren't married but are looking to move in together for the first time?
As anybody, I think, needs to have some sort of financial independence and security to say, okay, if I am in a bad situation, I can get myself out of it. But also, I think it's important to start talking about money together. Now you're going to be sharing some bills, just like your roommates. I mean, you wouldn't not talk about money with a roommate. Just because you're dating and might be romantically interested in this person, it doesn't mean that you can't have these conversations that maybe aren't so romantic, because you are really trying to run a household.
How does a couple decide between having a joint bank account or separate?
I think it's a personal decision whether or not you actually combine into one bank account or if you keep separate bank accounts. I know for me, I got married, when I was close to 30 years old. I was always used to having my own money, my own accounts, and I was not really comfortable combining 100%. So what we did was we opened a joint bank account and a joint credit card for things like our household expenses. But then we also still have our separate accounts where he doesn't need to know how much it costs to get my hair done, and then I don't need to know what he spent on sneakers. As long as the joint goals are kind of met, it works for us. Now, for some people, they want to combine everything. That's great. You might just want to have some limits. Maybe you say, okay, if you're going to spend over $100 or $500, we need to talk about it.
So what kind of action steps could couples take if they've finally aligned and decided to make financial decisions together?
So first, you're going to want to start setting some financial goals together. You're going to want to make sure that you're on the same page. And next, you're going to want to create a budget. This is where you're going to list out your income, all the expenses, and then decide how much you're going to put towards each of these things. Another thing is communicating. You're going to want to schedule some talks, maybe some money dates to start to talk about big or small financial decisions. Also, automating your savings and bill payments is one of my favorites. This saves time. And then I think you need to plan for emergencies. Life happens, and sometimes money can help get you out of a messy situation a lot faster.
Thank you so much, Misty, for all these incredible pieces of advice. I will be much more informed about how to handle my finances.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great talking about this, and hopefully it'll start some great conversations.
I learned how vital it is to communicate openly with your partner about finances, instead of holding off, worried that it might make each other feel awkward or negatively change your dynamic. Not talking about money can impact every aspect of your relationship.
Are we able to afford 3 weeks, or is 2 weeks more realistic?
Be open and transparent about how much you're bringing to the table, and work together to figure out a financial plan that works best for you.
This is a great list, though. I think we've really split everything really well.
In the end, financial conversations with your partner can really pay off.
We have to do Moulin Rouge. We should do the croissant.
Massive croissants.
Oui, a big croissant.